talk about annuity investment options. The two major types of investment choices on annuities are either a fixed annuity or a variable annuity. The fixed annuity grows the money that you put in to the annuity using a guaranteed fixed percentage of interest that the insurance company is going to pay you. 5%, 10%, 7%, whatever it might be. Year after year, that's the amount that they're going to always apply, that interest rate, to the money that is in the contract, and that's how it grows. Totally safe, fully guaranteed, by the insurance company. Now, a variable product is a little bit different. It is riskier because with a variable, you have a separate account. And what goes into the separate account is the monies that you're putting in, and then you as the owner are directing where those monies are invested into what mutual funds, which are offered through the annuity. So mutual funds give you exposure to the stock market, so they're riskier. If you have a client who says, oh gosh, no, I've never been involved in the stock market, it's too scary, I want nothing to do with the stock market, then you better be putting them in a fixed annuity product. Others who have a higher risk tolerance, yes, I would like to have some stock market exposure because I feel that I can have a better return on my money than if I just used a fixed interest rate, which oftentimes is true. But again, you've got to know your client and make sure you match up the client with the appropriate product. Let's compare fixed versus variable annuities. Let's look at each of the major features. First of all, you have the rate of interest. On a fixed annuity, you have a stated guaranteed interest rate offered by the insurance company. That's how your money grows. On a variable, there is no guaranteed rate because there is no interest rate. You have the growth of your money is dependent upon the separate account and the mutual funds that are being purchased through the separate account. As you know, mutual funds give you exposure to the stock market. The stock market changes all the time. Mutual funds are valued once a day, so your value could change every single day. So not for everybody, they are a riskier investment. The income amount that comes to you, if it's a fixed annuity, they can tell you down to the penny exactly what every payout is going to be if you annuitize, because they know how much money you have, they know what the rate of interest is, and they can extrapolate that out to give you the payments to you exactly down to the penny. Can't do that on a variable because you don't know what the value of the separate account is going to be at any given time. So they have to recalculate basically what the value of your fund is at the time they're going to take that withdrawal out of there and send you your payment. So your rate of growth is going to be varied depending upon the market, how it's doing. Same thing with your payout. Your payout is going to vary depending upon if your funds are up or your funds are down. Then you've got the premium that is invested. Where does it go? On a fixed product, it goes into the general account of the insurance company. That term right there, general account, tells you you're dealing with a fixed product, either life insurance or annuities, as we're talking about right now. So you have that stated guaranteed interest rate that is applied to the monies that you have paid in to the annuity, goes into the general account, and the insurance company does the investing for you. The phrase that you hear, the insurance company bears the investment risk, meaning they're responsible for growing the monies from the general account by investing them out in the market, but they've guaranteed you a rate of return already. So they have to go out into the marketplace, take the money from the general account, get it invested, promised you 7%, but they make 10% actually out in the market. They get to keep the extra 3%. That's how insurance companies make their money. But that's the general account. That's always on the fixed side. Now on the variable, you always have the separate account. That's your key. Separate account means you're dealing with a variable product. The money goes into the separate accounts and then they're invested out into the mutual funds that you, the owner of the annuity, choose. So the annuity owner bears the investment risk or is responsible for the investment choices on a variable product. And then also the licensing or registrations that are required. If you are taking a fixed annuity, you only need your state resident life insurance license to do that. If you're going to sell variable annuities, you must have your state insurance license And you must also have a minimum securities registration of a Series 6 and Series 63. You must have those two securities registrations because of those mutual funds. You're selling a security. It's not just an insurance product. It's also a security. So you have to have both. Equity indexed annuities. These are a newer product. The traditional fixed annuity and then variable annuities came first. And now there is the ability to buy what is called an equity indexed annuity. Whenever they use the word indexed, it means that it is pegged or connected to mirror some type of index. Let's say it's the Standard & Poor's 500. That is a very well-known index that is used in the stock market. And so they would peg or mirror the performance in an equity indexed annuity. The current rate of return is based upon whatever the index does. So if the S&P 500 is up, then your annuity is going to be, your value is going to be up in the same exact way that the Standard & Poor's 500 is. If the Standard & Poor's 500 is down, then your annuity is going to be down and exactly mirror the activity, if you will, of that index. So it's not quite as risky. They're actually fixed annuities. They're less risky than variable annuities or actually mutual funds because you're not actually buying the stocks that make up, for example, the Standard & Poor's 500. You're just mirroring what they do, okay? So it's just kind of a new take on how to invest with not being as risky as actually owning the stocks that make up that particular index.